I'd be glad to yield for a question.
I'd like to just say through the chair that it was really an honor to join my colleague, Senator McCain, in a whirlwind trip to Ukraine. 48 hours, maybe 6 extra to spare, 2 full days of working there, meeting with every leader at every level of government there, and sensing their concern over the pending so-called referendum in Crimea and what Russia would do next. And he and I stand together in a bipartisan fashion, urging the passage of this resolution as quickly as possible. I just left the phone. The reason I came to the floor, Senator, I was on the phone with the ambassador from Ukraine, and we were talking about the situation there. And I said, Senator McCain's on the floor. I'd like to go down and say a word. And he said that the people in Ukraine are watching what we're doing. They're watching what Congress and the United States is going to do. There are some differences between us. There's some differences between the parties. But there comes a moment, and there always has, at least in the past, where we decide we're going to stand together as a nation, particularly when it comes to issues of foreign policy. This resolution doesn't address every issue that you've raised here, but it certainly addresses some key issues that you and I both agree on. We both voted for this in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. We both want to see this move. The sooner, the better. And I just want to salute my colleague from Arizona for returning to the Maidan, that area in Kiev where 103 Ukrainians lost their lives, demonstrating against the former government and asking for change. And I will tell him that our experience together, visiting that country with a delegation of 8 senators, I hope sent a strong message. There is bipartisan support for Ukraine, and we will not tolerate Putin's aggression at the expense of innocent people. And I think it was significant when the new prime minister in Ukraine was scheduling his first trip outside the country. Where did he come? Here, Washington, D.C. Whom did he meet with? The president and the leaders. We sat together with him just in a room downstairs, Senate Foreign Relations Committee room. He came here because he wanted to bring the message to us of what he feared would happen if Putin's aggression went forward, and he wanted us to bring a message to the world that the United States stood by him. How can we possibly explain to these people who are worried about the existence and survival of their nation that we got tied up in some political squabble here between the House and the Senate of the 2 political parties? It's important for us to move and move quickly. And I would say to the senator from Arizona, he understands this as well or better than most. Many of us come from countries which were once under the yoke of the Soviets, and we remember full well what it took to finally get independence and democracy. Vladimir Putin today is fighting to save a failing Soviet franchise. And where he can't win the hearts and minds of neighboring nations, he instead uses masked gunmen, troops, barbed wire, and energy extortion. That's how he works. He's not winning this battle. What he's telling to the world is the only way I can keep my, quote, friends in line is with pressure. And the United States, and I hope other civilized nations will join us in saying that is unacceptable. I thank the senator, and I agree with him. Now is the time to act in the Senate.